Hey everyone, what's going on? Yeah. Uh, and today is Thursday, February 21st, 2021. My name is what? Antoine Hunter. I'm also known as Popo Fireclaw. I'm really excited to be here today. Yeah, intentionally, I know some of you been looking at me. Why so excited? Because I have amazing, unique, the what, the fourth, yeah, person named what? Michelle Bay. Let me tell you about her. What? Yeah, she's native from Washington, D.C. Award-winning actor, writer, director, producer, choreographer, motivated speaker. No, tend to always when we talk, we shut it. One person that get real, so to empathize, give her truth about life, art. Mm. Also, she also teaches former district director what ONYX Theater Company over 11 years in New York. Yeah, she did many achievements, including 2017, received the Gallaudet University Lawton Clark Award. Yeah, that. And she won many acting awards, won the National Accounting Communication Disorder that related with the future article that talks about that was included with the SC magazine. Yeah, that was on February 1998. And she is credited as the producer, director, like for a short film called what? Raising the Sun. Now, she put it in the Gallaudet University, but I remember she also did Look Through My Silent Screen. Yeah, HD, The Christmas Story. Yeah, she did a one-man show. Um, mm, One-man show at the, what is that like? Yeah, and she was in the Soul Food, that show. You remember that series? Soul Food, that UPN girlfriend. I was just watching that the other night. I was chilling. I was watching Netflix, and I'm like, Michelle Bay. Oh, beautiful ass. Yeah, that. Well, she was involved with so many different films. Yeah, and certainly, certainly the artistic director of VOCA. Wow, that's the visionary of creator art. I see. Yeah, I have to tell that's really it's a big honor to have her. Yeah, so we hold no longer. Let's invite ladies and gentlemen, boys to go, Italian. Yeah, let's give it up for Michelle Bay!
Thank you for that beautiful introduction.
It's an honor to have you. How are you?
I'm okay. You know, every day is something new. It's that new normal, because of COVID. I'm teaching virtually, teaching all day, working, everything's virtually with Volca, my projects that I'm working on. But, I'm good. I'm blessed.
Oh,
Thank you for asking me. How are you, Antoine?
wow, I'm excited because I want to hear your story. I met you, what, I think about 10 years ago over probably.
No, I think it's been over 10 years. It's definitely, yeah.
always been amazed by your acting. You know, when I watched you act before that, I didn't really see other acting for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think some who, but you, the character. I've never seen you play like weak character. I've always seen you play strong character.
Really?
You know,
Really?
yeah. Oh, the strong black character that Temple, was Bob. That uh, I mean, it seems roles as black actress. Is it easy to get? Mm,
Well, no, it's not easy. No, not easy to get. But I mean, as an actress, you have to really stand out. You must be active. You must be actively networking. You want people to know that you're present. So you want people to kind of look at you like Michelle Banks. Who are you? You got to put a smile on your face. Setting up meetings with the executives, producers. So like Soul Food, for example. When I looked at that TV show, they're that black characters, and so I was like, I got with the executive producer. I said, hey, are you interested in creating a deaf black character? And I said, I'm your woman. So that conversation went on for about a year, and then I was invited on, and he developed a role. So that was my first experience. I didn't even audition. I just kind of got in. Now that's a blessing. That is not the norm. So that was my first TV role, Soul Food. And then the director, his wife, she was the executive producer of Girlfriends. So the executive producer of Soul Food kind of introduced me to his wife. Uh, I think Robin. There was a festival that was also done as well, and introduced somebody I met said, "Hey, somebody called me about you," and so I gave them a call, and they offered a role in Girlfriends, and so there was. It's all about networking. I mean, it's definitely hard work. You got to be willing, confident, and put yourself out there. But roles, oh, there's very slim roles. So these roles are still in the inception of being developed. All of these roles are about conversations and auditory. So you just got to show people who you are.
Because I love your acting. Let me go back. Let me go back in time. On way, Washington, D.C.
Yep,
What was
born and raised in DC.
that? D.C. Uh,
I mean, back then it was a chocolate city. It was chocolate city. Now it's no longer called Chocolate City. Now the city is definitely more diverse. There's a lot of people, transplants, that are moving to the city. So it's no longer called Soul City. Now it's because diversity is rampant. So, but yes, I was born in DC.
all family death here.
Nope, I'm the only deaf member of my family. Now I wasn't born deaf. I was born hearing. Got sick at about 1 years old. Kind of the common sickness, the meningitis, spinal meningitis, which is pretty common for children, and that's how I became deaf. Now, what was interesting is when my family uh, realized I was deaf. What was interesting is that Gallaudet was, I mean, a hop skip away from where I grew up. And so when my parents realized I was deaf, I mean, the school was right there, so I was exposed. There was resources, and so my parents, was trying to figure out what to do. So I was fortunate that the school was so close. So I had that kind of that driven ability to be able to sign. And so my parents would sign, or my parents learned sign language. So I was fortunate. My brother, the same thing. He learned sign language as well.
I have to say that, when I was growing up, many parents were scared when their child was deaf, so they didn't take the time to learn ASL.
Right.
Like your family's like, go ahead, learn ASL.
Yeah.
I'm grateful to my mom to learn, but we didn't have a school right there. We did. But my other question was, after that, you already knew as a child you'd be an actor, or you planned to become a doctor, then you shift that way? What?
Well, of course, when I was young, did I envision, that
Well,
my first, desire was
right.
a lawyer, then transitioned to thinking about being a vet, teaching. I loved being an animal, or I love animals. And being a lawyer, you get to argue. You get to really kind of learn the laws. So now becoming a vet, that was a dream. Being a teacher, there was maybe kindergarten school, being an actress. Uh, but why I really just kind of diverted into becoming an actress is because, my
Safely
Cecilia,
for me. Let's see. Safely to the
Cecilia Tinsley, is a woman who had passed away. I hold her dear. She's an actress. I first saw her on a TV show. It was family oriented. It was about improvised. I think I was about 6 or 7. And when I saw her, I told my mom, I said, "Mama, I want to be just like her." And so my mom explained what her profession was. That wasn't her, and she was building a character, and it just kind of sparked an interest. So I was blessed that my parents never said that. They never used the word can't. That they said my mom and parents really supported my dreams. Whatever I wanted to do, my goals, they were there. They were my backbone. So I really diverted after that movie, and I really wanted to kind of embody her and take on, being a lawyer or a veterinarian, um, becoming a teacher. Now I did become a teacher, so I still, I got one out of the three.
wonderful teacher. I took your class, acting class. You're a amazing teacher.
Oh, thank you.
It's really important. I was so mobile.
So she was your role model, yeah? Yes.
What you said, I was one of your first deaf role models.
So are you saying that was one of your first deaf role models? No, Cecilia's hearing. No, my first black woman model. Well, let's clarify. My mother is my role model. Yes, so let me take that back. My mother is my first role model. Black, strong woman. I can't carry weight to her, but Cecilia, she's non-parental. She's strong, black. Now, a deaf role model.
Uh,
There are a few. Yeah, I have. people that I look up to that I cherish. Yes, there are several.
Have this love for me. Chill.
So Jill, he, male, he was at the university, and so he was a role model. So his class introduced me to the theater, and he was a sweetheart. He was amazing. His advice, and he just he was another seed of support. Yeah, there's definitely quite a few people I cherish. I mean, there are several names, but those are just a few.
Don't have to have one.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Energy around you. You have that energy around you. That's really a blessing, to have that. Uh, I grew up. I didn't know anything about death role model or black death role model till very later, in life. And I think that's it's really important to have a representative. You know what I mean?
Yes.
For those who represent it. Um, I mean, today in theater, mm, I have to tell, Hollywood in their theater, we need to see more people like Michelle Banks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The acting is just amazing. But,
Thank you.
because you said many roles not really made for them, mm, but you making roles yourself, right? You
Yes, I'm making.
making roles.
Yes.
Can you tell me about that? Like, how are you making roles that as a story? Yeah, I'm trying to leave it like that.
You know, when I was talking to people, and this is who I am. You got to be who you are. Meet with them. If you have an idea that you want to pitch, people may not be maybe reluctant to listen, but you got to give these ideas that they may like, and so that's how you make roles, and that's how new things develop. Is starts from relationships, and then things turn over, and that's how. And you got to write your own script. You got to create your own script. Give it to them, give it to her, give it to him, and that's how it works. You got to make it work for yourself. Don't sit back and wait for something to happen for you. No, 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 no. You got to get out. You got to be active. You got to do the work.
I think a lot of people don't know, but you one of the found first black theater in New York. I believe it was called uh
Yeah, Onyx.
it's
Onyx
theater
Phoenix
company.
Company.
You know what I mean? Dad, can you tell me about that? I want to learn about that.
No, okay. So I was a student at the University of New York.
Uh-huh.
And so I was studying drama, and so learning how to produce and direct. And I had a mentor. He was a hearing individual.
Okay.
Oh,
Can
sorry. Yeah, I'll get that for you. Kenneth. he was a producer and running a company in which I was an intern. And so, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do after I graduate. I had all these visions, and then there's something that I felt that I needed to do. I felt at that time I was a kid. I was just 21, and he told me that
Why for
he
that?
said you were age 21. Yeah, at that time I was 21. I was a senior in college. And so Ken Nixon said, hey, you should probably open a theater, and he was willing to help me. And but I was, I was just so nervous. So Ken, what he realized is that there wasn't enough representation of deaf actors and actresses, and so this was an opportunity. Really, any person of color. So he said, why don't you get with a friend and kind of develop your own company? So I reached out to a few couple of friends, said, hey, 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 like Monique Holt. And we got together, and I mean, it was a work in progress, but it's been going well. So when I graduated, I was just off for the running. And so we developed, and in New York, and that's the heart of the theater, or it's the heart of theaters in New York. And there was a lot of good producers, and so looking back, I felt burnt out at that time. I started young. you know my personalities, once I get off once I get out of the, actually at that time, my personality, I really wasn't in the mindset to chase after something, but but I just my personality, I just oh, I'm sorry, it's, I dream and I want to go get something. And so it, but I wasn't worrying, I wasn't really focusing on me, and I was working on building something. And so I said, and so I kind of, I left Onyx, and I just left. I said, get out of here. I gotta go. I said, Onyx, you got to go to sleep. It's time. It's time for me to go. I'm not really sure what you call it, but I was like, Onyx, So
To
and and then I heard about LA, and I was gone, and I was off to LA. I wanted to chase my personal dreams, and Onyx wasn't really one of those longevity dreams. But thinking about Onyx now, I cherish it. But now with Volca, another entity that I've founded, it's about that experience, the visionary. It's about how run organizations, how to support, how to build a board, how to build a team. So Onyx during that time, it was back in the '90s. I felt like yes, 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 I did have a lot of support, but I felt often I was isolated by myself. And so I was like needing something different. And so I had to leave New York to find that here in LA. And I was like, huh. And it's been going well ever since.
LA, doing what you love. I can understand that. I remember starting my Bay International Deaf Jam Festival. I was just foaming in the water. I thought I was going to have help, but no. I mean, there were people there, but they laughed, joined the show. I was like, I have to do this all by myself. So I can understand that really well. You learn while you're doing it. I
Right.
mean, that will feel burned out, and you went over 10 years with no whoa, well, some people they think, start acting, then the next step, directing, then the next step, maybe you own the theater company, then the next. You went way back.
Exactly.
Is
That's exactly what happened.
that,
You hit
woo,
the nail on the coffin.
to do trying to direct it and run the business. Yeah, man,
Yeah, so I took the leaps forward and then realized, let me back myself up.
I got you. And so now you took this bed, uh, not exactly sleep, but transform, transform,
Yes, yes.
boom, boom. Funka, I'm excited. What is Funka doing now?
A lot. Whew. Voca is really growing. It's expanding every day. It's beautiful to see how Voca really, really is growing and developing in the past 2 years. It's only been 2 years. And it's because I have a great support system. I have a great board, a great team. The people I'm working with, the people are driven to help. The people want to work with me. They are inspired to work with me. So Voca, the visionary of creative arts. So now what was the reason? Now at the time I was directing Raising in the Sun at Gallaudet University.
Sometimes the internet is slow when you so one more time again.
So Ethan, at that time, he was the director of the theater department at Gallaudet University. We'd come, he'd chat, he'd ask me, how about directing? And he came to me one day and said, "Do you want to direct Raising in the Sun?" I said, "Yes." So I started directing and I loved it. But then I sat back, I was like, wait a minute. So there are talents. There are talented deaf people that are under a rock, that are not given the opportunity. So, being from DC, that's my hometown, for deaf BIPOC talent. So I thought, you know what? When I was in LA, so one of my co-founder, if you think I'm alone running Voca, you are sadly mistaken. I have 100% pillars of pillars of Voca. With my spirit, my experience with Onyx, I never wanted to have that again. That I didn't want that trauma seeping in. So now I had more experience, more knowledge. So 100%, co-founder and I, we been together ever since and was there to support. And Voca was born in 2019. I don't want people to think that Voca is only for BIPOC individuals. It's not. It's for anyone. It's paramount for diversity.
White, Asian,
Any Native American, whatever. So I want Voca. I want when people look at it. Now, right now, when people see it, they see it strong. We have a high exposure of deaf individuals, but in the future, I mean, don't run. I love it, yes, but I want to see that diversity expand. I want to see diversity Now, yes, we are strongly black, but I want to see the different cultures. I want to see how those all merge together.
Black one with death, lead. Ooh, this I mean, boy, have a black woman to lead it, black and deaf. I mean, that's the different lens that we deserve to see. I
Yes.
remember. Well, I'm gonna go. Well, I went to the future, and I'm gonna just go back. I remember, 'cause, tend to be people are scared of the black women being strong. Now, black deaf woman being strong. Yeah, man. I remember seeing the accent just talking about the diary of mad black deaf woman. Yeah.
Mm. A lot of people thought I was an angry, deaf black woman, all because of my expression and the energy that I brought. See, when I was young, ooh, my mood was strong. But as I've become older, I've become softer. Now I'm more spirited than I was before. Younger, you're more spirited. Now I'm kind of, I take things with a little bit more ease. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm strong, but it's just I bring it in a different way.
For every timeline, for every situation you was in, you did what you did. You know what I mean? When it's time for everything, it's
Right.
time to be strong and hard. Boom. When it's time to be gentle, gentle. You know what I mean? I
Right.
really, I follow you. Yeah.
Uh, thank you.
Oh, your work. Like Denzel Washington. He really go
Yes.
Denzel Washington. And when he go really into the character, I see the same. You go into the character. I don't see Michelle Banks anymore. I see that character. It's always
Mm.
like, wow, wow. You made me cry. You made me laugh. You made
Oh, I made you cry.
so many different things. Stories like, whoa. So I don't see a lot of top actors. I know a few, yeah, but they don't have enough opportunity to learn what you learn. And I'm assuming you providing workshops for people to learn how to act, right? Yeah.
Yes. I've been taking acting classes since I was maybe 9 or 10 years old. Often with a predominantly hearing community provided through an interpreter. Uh, and taking a deaf acting class. So I graduated from MSD. They have a powerful theater program. They had a strong theater program. Yeah, and that was run by Eric Martinez. Monique Holt, Eric Martinez. These people were offering classes, and it's been an amazing journey to take these classes from these elite individuals. And so when I graduated from MSD and transitioned into Gallaudet, I was taking more classes. And so when I left Gallaudet and transitioned into New York, there was more training, more classes, and I really did, I really kind of broke these characters down. And all of that has really pedigreed me into becoming a better actress. I still take classes. So it's critical for actors, actresses, whether you're hearing or deaf, that if you want to be a stellar actor or actress, you got to take classes. Some people think that, you get into an audition, and you could just get it. No, you have to take training. You need to. How else do you develop your acting skills? Class, training. There are wonderful acting teachers.
Alexandra.
Yeah, Alexandra. She's an amazing teacher. Yeah, now we have her teaching classes at Volca. She's actually teaching today.
For Vanka today.
So we need more teachers like Alexandra. Deaf, inspired actresses who are aggressive with their classes, who take classes, taught by deaf. So yes, we need more representation.
We never take a class. Let's see more Black deaf actors. I'm become more inspired. But I love how you include hearing, deaf, diversity, Asian, Black, Latino, and Bunkers still at work. And you mentioned it 2 years old. I'm like, wait a minute. Corbett hit around 2 years ago. You didn't stop at all. You kept going.
Well, Volca was supposed to have the first full stage production for showing of the rising of the sun. All right, so we had professional levels of putting that show together. We were in the mix of, so we were ready to show it in 2020.
Or 2020.
Yeah, April of 2020. And then COVID. So, and, we had, to accept and trying to figure out what to do. And then COVID was continued, and it was going on and on and on. And so we're trying to figure out what to do next. So Volca put together a panel. I think you were one of the individuals on that panel.
I remember now.
We put together, where artists can come together, and we were discussing issues, climate at the time, racism, when the protest was going on. So it was just such, it was a time, with the roar of our society. So I was like, well, what's Vodka going to do next? So we had 3 panel discussions, an open discussion, a dialogue, about the issues that were going on in our country, about BIPOC deaf talent, wondering why, getting roles, getting access to roles. And so that was our first step during COVID. But I want to produce, I want to showcase Rising in the Sun. So, we can't just drop Rising in the Sun. We had already we were like, what about film? What about filming? So I was like, okay. So put together ideas and what we were going to do. So we did a short film. So we kind of did, took skibits. So we took the script and kind of edited it and modified it to make skits. And then about December, we started our filming. And then we, got engrossed in editing. And we were able to share it. So people really, they desire to see it again. So we're going to shoot it again. So Vaca has Black History Month.
Wow.
So, due to Black History Month, Baka is going to show Rising in the Sun. It's a celebration of the of Mr. And Claudia Gordon will be leading that program. So you can watch that. It'll be live on.
Filming during that Raising Sun. I mean, what that feeling like? You feel easy, sign, or did you have to wear the mask? Were you nervous? You know,
What we thought. What would you do? The Raising of the Sun. We figure out how do we do this. How do we show this through Zoom?
like that idea, Zoom.
So trying to film. How would we do this with COVID? So I said, you know what? Okay, hold on. So we made a list of things that we were going to do. So we had to do, 6 feet distance, mask. We had take temperature.
For
So we made sure that, that if we were going to put this together, where everyone was going to come together, the people had to get contact information, had to get testing. So we had obviously followed the rules. So we had mask on. So we had masks on the full time while producing. And when filming, we take the mask off. So we try to keep it as limited to people as possible. So we had people stored on the second floor. And so when it was their time to film, they'd come down, they'd do film, and they'll go up to the second floor. And
clip of you at work for Rising in the Sun. Yeah. That the mask on.
you saw we had mask on and distance.
With you, I'm learning so much. I want to always be learning history. So just bring me to where we always do for all my shows. We do what? We play the game. Yeah.
What game?
Call what? Name those people. Woo. Yeah. Let me start it up. Oh, don't look. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look. Oh, no. Okay, we bring it back. Finally. So, okay. So, this is going to happen. Okay? You can name, well, there'll be a picture. You can give the name or what they do. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. You ready? Here we go.
So I name him. Oh yeah, come on, Harold Fox.
Yeah. People see. So,
So for the visually impaired, the picture of the individual is a picture of a black man with a beard, black beanie hat, with a smirk smile, also a black leather jacket.
Yeah,
Yeah, he always does that move.
like,
I've met her and she is wonderful. Debbie Allen. So the picture showed a black and white picture of a black female with curly hair, afro, wearing a white collar, button-up shirt rolled up to the elbows, black scarf with silver stripes.
Debbie Allen.
Let me tell you about her. I think I met her in LA when I first arrived here. We were chatting it up. She was directing a different world. Oh no, I think the executive producer of a different world. I wanted to be on that show so bad. I said, "How can I figure out how to get on there? What do I do?" And so Marley Matten said, "Hey, you can, if you want it. You're just let me know. Send me your information, and I'll send it to him." So unfortunately, I didn't follow up.
I have connection, like okay.
All right.
Hold it down.
Yeah, Fisher. Hmm? The picture shows African American man in a black and white picture appears to look at the left direction, smiling with a short, neat haircut and trimmed, thin mustache. He wears a pillated short
Why?
suit. Yep, Andrew Foster.
He's the father of Jamaica Africa, found in 32 schools, 13 across the nation, African nation. Wow.
Yeah, I went to one of his foundations.
Wow.
I met a principal who actually knew Foster personally. Oh yeah, I know her. Yeah, Shirley Allen. Yeah.
Alan, wow, more follow her words. She was having the POW meeting conference, helping her students to step forward in their field of interest. She was one of the first black women to earn PhD doctor at University of Westchester for education. Wow. They got the other master from Howard University, Washington, D.C. BA from Gallaudet University. Those are a high score. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I know. I don't know her specifically. Let me. The picture shows an African American woman stands appearing in her light brown skinned, wears a lavender floral V evening dress with a white veil bow on her right shoulder. She has a long, thick perm, curly hairstyle with a silver crown on her head. Yes, I know. This is Vanessa.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa. There's another actress with the same name. So she added her middle name. So there is another actress named Vanessa L. Williams. She was in Soul Food. She's tall, Very tall.
Talk to me. Talk
She's
to
Korean
me.
as well, yeah.
Yeah, so perfect, perfect. So she won an American singer, actress, fashion designer, and she received Miss American title and crown in 1984 and in 1983. But that was, yeah.
I know this one. What is it? How do you spell his name? What is his name? The picture shows an African American man appears in a black and white picture, looking serious. He has thick, medium afro haircut with a thick mustache, wearing in a jacket that pops of white collar.
Smith,
Yep, Linwood Smith.
he's the Polish, the Arthur Ernest Harrison wrote a well-known book called Black Death in America. Right? Right?
I'm so what? Yes,
And Death in America are
yeah,
that different.
yeah. He's one of the authors of Death in America. Death.
Wow, amazing.
Uh, Curtis. The picture shows an African American man appears in a brown skin to wear a white and blue, black striped baseball uniform with a belt on his pants, holding his white bat in his left shoulder and smiling, showing his white teeth, looking at the camera.
Yeah, Curtis Price. Okay.
Mm, she's from Good Times. She has my mother's name. What is her last name? I think it's first name Burnett, last name
Cloud.
Sands. Yes.
Fun and within good time. You're right. Good.
I know her name. Is it Vivian? Vivian, last name. The picture shows an African American woman appears in a mid-brown skinned, embracing to herself and smiling with her flashy white teeth. She
Blue, white,
med short.
Janet.
I was wrong. Oh, Janet.
Played the role Vivian Bank.
Yes, that's right. Yes, Vivian. Her last name is Banks.
Yeah. Two more. Your dad.
My pops. He's from Strong Medicine. Picture shows the African American man appears in light brown skin, black skinny haircut, black thick mustache, wearing in his black striped jacket with a white collar and smoky beige tight looking sharply. He turns at the left, looking smiling with a white flash smile.
Yeah. I should have waited to answer, I heard he knows sign language.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good time. It's a little bit more hard.
Yes. He's unfortunately passed away, but I can't remember his name. Yeah, he danced in fame. The picture shows an African American man appears in a brown skinned long cornrow braids as he sits with his left hand on his hip.
Jen.
Yeah, Jen Anthony Ray.
It was in the film Fame, yeah. And you probably passed away 03. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know who that is.
Of course. I cherish her deeply. She's my neighbor. The picture shows a black female, short, light, golden brown, yellow hair, wearing a black dress, jacket, and a random color of pearls. She's smiling at the camera.
That.
Claudia.
Yeah, yeah.
Claudia the One Gordon.
What? What? You're at 100% time. What?
Oh, I got 99, I think.
Wow, wow. Oh, I don't want to be greedy of your time. Yeah, I know Artie want to ask questions, so we have a few minutes. So now, audience, all of you that watching, you can type in the chat box, and then I will read your question to Michelle, and then she will answer them. Okay? Yeah. So yeah. Go ahead, ask Michelle anything.
I'm not sure if anything.
Uh, What's your biggest as a deaf actress when you figured out what was best for you?
My biggest success as a deaf actress? I can't really pinpoint one. But if I had to pick one, the beginning, my first role in a TV show in Soul Food. That is the grounding of my success. It was incredible. I said, I can't believe I did it. I'm in it. Now, what works best for me is to meet people, developing relationships with directors, producers, companies. That's what works best for me. If you want to get your feet in the door, you got to set those relations up. You got to get those relationships.
All the things, Randy, I want to say thank you for the opportunity in your party. We wear the mask.
Yes.
The dancer at the end of your video. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, it was wonderful. Thank you. I can't believe Antoine found you. So that was amazing. So it was wonderful that Antoine was able to introduce you to me.
Another question for you. I work at Arkansas School for the Deaf, and they asked me to teach drama in high school for next year.
Amazing.
The best way to approach the challenges and for them to be successful.
Curriculum is key. An acting curriculum is key. If you don't have that, then you have to really develop a curriculum. Find the resources for drama. Follow. I think you said you were at Arkansas.
School for the Deaf.
Figure out the standard for drama. You can talk to Antoine, talk to me,
right?
CJ. Get all of those resources and kind of build a collection of resources, and also like Fred Beam, and then bring that to them. Develop a curriculum and teach them about us. Teach them. So that's important. Yes. Does Arkansas, I'm assuming, I could be wrong, I don't know if they have a strong kind of Black exposure. You just got to have all of these names that I listed before are finding great role models.
More slow. When the show tomorrow, where they can find?
Sure. Vodka will host Black History Month event. That will be tomorrow. So it won't be Facebook Live. It'll be through Zoom's webinar. So you have to register on Volca. So if you go to our website page or Facebook page on Volca, you can see the description. You can copy that description, click the link. So you'll have to RSVP. It's a free ticket. It's through Eventbrite. So go ahead and register through there. So it'll be tomorrow night from 6 to 8 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah. So many of you want to know Michelle's social media. She have Twitter at KULIZA115 and the Instagram at Michelle Banks. Yeah, then she have a website www.michelleabanks.com. I like that. Yeah, so that you can find her there. You find the show there, previous work there, and buy her DVDs there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Question: your most challenging when you became an actress for Soul Food and Living Color. Yes, someone asking about the mom that to face a bush you. I forgot the name of what you played and got it out where I met you. Forgive me.
Now, it wasn't Living Color, it was Girlfriends. So Soul Food and Living Colors.
Both of my favorite.
Soul Food and Girlfriends.
My favorite. What's the most good?
So good question. What was the most challenging? I had an interpreter. Mama T. She unfortunately passed away in 2015, but she was such a beautiful woman. So she was my interpreter, and it was just beautiful, no hiccups. So I can't really think about a challenge. Oh, actually, let me back up. In Girlfriends, so Mama T. So there was a challenge with Girlfriends. So the Soul Food was being filmed in Toronto. Yes, Toronto, Canada. So I had a different type of interpreter. And it luckily that all worked out fine. So I didn't really experience any challenges. However, the challenge was, how do I communicate with the other actors? For example, if we were going to have a roundtable discussion, and everything was expedited, everything was moving quick. So how do I approach that? Right. So if I'm needing to communicate with them and write something down, that time is money. So I would already have written something to be able to present. And so when filming time is, everything. Time is formidable. So having the ability to communicate expeditely is critical. So now we have text messaging. So maybe 2001, 2002. That was kind of the time of how to work with a deaf Black. Now, understand, I was the first Black deaf actress for Pride.
Oh. No.
So Soul Food, and that was the first time on Prime TV. So reflection of a Black deaf woman. Can I type it? Where can I type? Is it somewhere I could type?
Yeah.
How do I how do I
Oh,
chat? No, I can't chat. Ah. Anyways, so reflection of a black deaf woman. That character was developed for me. So I think that was the one. I think regarding the abortion. Yeah. So that was a very young. I was young character. So thank you. So yeah, that was a challenge because it was emotional. How do I deal with telling a story as a deaf black woman through grief, pain, regarding an abortion in front of an audience? So I said, Michelle, you have to adapt to this character. You must portray it, embody it. And so after the show, I had to take a moment and kind of untether that character. Right? It's not my personal story, but it was definitely a challenge.
that's what I said before. I watched Denzel Washington. How you get into the character? It's so him. Then I watch you. Wow, you into the character, and now you say, oh, you have to work hard to shift back to Michelle Bain. Well, I mean that's the force of why actor have to fix it. That could be
Yeah.
the mental, yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That, you know, audience, you have a few minutes left. Any other question, audience? Yeah, cause Michelle busy, so you better while she's here, good to question. You know what I mean? Yeah, let me see. That's what I was talking about. Stolen accent. I was drawn to blow me away. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So that reflection of a black deaf woman, um, I think really just a big honor to have you, and I'm really grateful for you to bring a Funka awake and reborn again. Yeah, I watched your organization, and thank you for allowing me to be involved with that. It was a big honor as a choreographer.
Oh, you're welcome.
Uh,
Uh,
I
it was special. You're a special talent. You're natural.
felt home, to be around my people, and you set up a platform for us to come together, especially during COVID. What are we gonna do? What do we have? Especially me as a director, choreographer. I used to go there and choreograph. It felt like doing the Wiz. We have all the top actor, magician, all of that to come together. It's really mind blowing. I want more opportunity because I want to get better and better every time I'm doing it. You know, oh, just we're grateful to have a leader like you, and that we know even a strong lion needs the herd to support, the line to support, what I mean? Because the village, you're from the village and you continue to support the village. And hey, village, keep on continue. So, so much love. Yeah. I want to ask you have one final comment? Mm, Yeah.
Um, it doesn't matter whether you're black, white, Asian, whatever you have a passion for, dancing, acting, directing, writing, pursue it. Pursue your dream. Do not abandon it. Don't believe you can't. Believe in yourself. Find the people who believe in you. Find the people who will support you. That will take you wherever you want to go.
Oh, thank you. I look forward to seeing your shows tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, see you later.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.
Wow, that was Michelle Bay. Yeah, she was here. Ah! Okay, professional. Come on. Yeah, it was just really amazing to have this unique conversation with her because she is the force. She created the path for us. You know what I mean? So other people made a path for her, and she continued to make a path for other people. You know, she made a path for me, and I'm trying to make a path for others. We need each other. You know what I mean? We need to continue supporting each other. And listen to each other. I learned a lot from Michelle Bay. You know, I hope that many of you take the time to go visit her website, go see her organization, go to her workshop. Yeah, because it's in a different land, especially it comes from one of the first people who push for us. Yeah, yeah, that's the force. You know what I mean? I want to say that when I took her workshop, it pulled something out of me. You know, my sign language, my character as a person, ooh, it was always Michelle got real. She never pretends she know it all. Never. She got real. There were sometimes she said, I don't know. Maybe you can ask some other people. Let's find the truth. Let's find out the answer to your question. Yeah, she won't just abandon you. Nah. Unless you do her wrong. You know what I mean? But Mm, teach you treat each other right, support each other, try to listen. And those who tell it include deaf actors, especially bad deaf actress. You know what I mean? It was really nice today. We said some black ASL in the hands, you know what I mean? So I hope to see you next week. There's more happening for that. Whoa, yeah, there. Yeah, I'm really mm, grateful for all of you. I want to say thank you for many people who showed up. Yeah, say thank you to Michelle Bay. Thank you to the interpreter, audience, how around, blah blah, and you for watching. Yeah, yeah. Again, this shirt, yeah, my pie fit, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, no, but this is not free. We have to get provide interpreter for you guys to listening through and everything. To keep this going, please go ahead and donate for Deaf Woke. Yeah, and there's our link. Go on our website. Yeah, because this we want to support each other, community. So, yeah, don't forget to also like our website, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Yeah, don't forget. Yeah, we want to know how many of you are there to support us and how many of you really enjoyed it. If you really enjoyed today, right now, click heart, like. If you didn't really like it, click down more. I want the truth. Yeah, because this what Death Woke is about the truth. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Peace, love. I'm out. Yeah. Let's bring on back the band. Yeah. Here we go.